Hey, everybody, welcome again to another episode of Cool with the Raven. Thank you so much for showing up today, and I have an amazing guest. This band is awesome. They are called Worthy of the Crown. I have been, ever since the first time I heard them, I've become a huge fan. This band is just going places. They've got so many things going on, and I am super excited to introduce all of them to you. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Oh, hey, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Super excited about today. We've got so many great songs to show them. We've got 3 of them, and that we're going to make sure to let them know who you are. So all you guys out there, make sure you give hearts to show these guys how much you love their band. Make sure you go to their Facebook page and follow them.
Definitely.
Follow them, because that's important for them to help grow as a band. So, all right, guys. Well, introduce yourselves, your names, and what you do in the band.
I guess I'll go first. Sure. So first person is we've got Scott. He's actually lives in Vermont right now because he's in the military, and he plays guitar.
And duty called.
Yeah, duty called, and he had to move to Vermont for a little bit, and he'll be back hopefully very soon. But yeah, he plays guitar in the band. I'm Justin. I play guitar in the band.
I'm Ben. I do vocals. I'm Brent. I play bass.
I'm Jonathan, and I play drums.
Ah.
And this is Winnie.
There we go. That's the extra member, right? That's the extra member. That's awesome. Well, I tell you, definitely to, and you said it was, what's his name that's over in Vermont right now?
Scott.
That's Scott. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That, kudos to him for doing what he's doing, because that's a hard thing to do, serving our country. So that goes, our love goes out to him for doing that. So if you can tell him for sure, well, I'm sure he'll be watching.
Yeah.
We love you. We love you. Thank you for doing that. So you guys, this is crazy. How long have you guys been a band?
Do you want me to go on now?
Yeah.
So the band has been a band since I think 2015, and it was formed with a bunch of other members, and it was all military, and basically they all had to go other places and PCS to other locations, and then around 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah. So 2018, Brent and Ben joined, and then it took us a couple months, and then we found John. So the only member that's been there the whole time really has been Scott. He's kind of the founding member of Worthy of the Crown.
I gotcha. Well, it's crazy because, I know that you said it's Ben, right? It was just the vocalist, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So how long have you been with him?
I've been in the band since 2018. That's a good time. Yeah.
Gotcha. So
2018, yeah.
So really, in a sense of it, you guys are still pretty new as a band, and especially with the new members. Yeah, especially with the new members and everything formulating. It's it was kind of a okay. So let's go at this point in 2018, which isn't that long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first album we've done with this
All
group,
together.
the tightest album.
Yeah.
Is with the current lineup that we have.
Yeah.
Last year.
Well, I have to say, Ben, your vocals are freaking amazing.
Oh, thank you.
They're awesome. They're awesome. So and I want to make sure to get all of these songs in. But let's talk about this first one. Now this one is Sewn Shut. Tell me a little bit about the meaning and purpose behind this song.
So the whole album is a concept record, and it's about the video game Final Fantasy X.
Oh, wow.
So that specific song is actually about Seymour, which is one of the people in the game that turns out to be a corrupt person and corrupt leader, and basically he had his whole people brainwashed into thinking that in their people and everything. What happens there stays there, they kind of turn a blind eye to what's wrong and everything, and just kind of, that's the way of it. So basically the song's about corrupt leadership and, being brainwashed into thinking, what's right is right and what's wrong is whatever. and it's about standing up for really what you believe is right and what you should actually stand up for.
I love that. I love that. And that to me that makes it more worth it, because it's like you hear songs being created, but they don't really have a true passionate meaning behind them. So to hear that, I love that. To know that the depths to where you guys actually go in creation of this music. It's not just sound. It's a meaning in a story.
Oh yeah, like it was my first time ever writing like a concept record. It was definitely more challenging because I'm used to writing about just random stuff and random things that I guess I feel like is worthy writing about. But this one I actually had to channel a different theme with each song, and I had to stick with it. And that one, it was more of a challenge, but it definitely helped me develop more in my writing and also progress more as a musician.
I love that. I love that. All right, everybody, here you go. Here is Sewn Shut by the one and only Worthy of the Crown. So good. So good. Oh my God, you guys. So, so good. You know, and the thing is that, you know, what I love that I do, you know, the whole meaning behind what I'm doing is exposing all these amazing bands like you guys, that maybe a lot of people never even heard of or know that you guys are even out there. And so, yeah, I mean, and it's
Thank you
crazy.
so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, because you guys are really, really good, and I know you guys are going to do a lot of amazing things. So tell me a little bit about with this lockdown, what this has kind of meant for you guys. What did it postpone for you guys? Did you have anything big going on, and kind of where do you guys going?
Well, we had a bunch of shows lined up to play and start expanding out a little bit, and then off of this album.
Yeah, we even had like a little mini tour.
Yeah, we had a nice little mini tour we had planned with a bunch of great bands from the Panhandle here in Florida, and then
Under Giants.
yeah, and then that got canceled, and it's just been kind of touch and go. I mean, you know, we had that whole, like, everything was coming back around, and then spiked up again. Everybody was all panicking again. So
like everyone else, we were sitting on the sideline, waiting for
we've been writing more music, basically. Is all we've been doing.
And you guys are in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and is Florida still kind of on that lockdown right now, or kind of what's going on with that?
No.
It's like
business.
Oh, business as usual. Yeah.
with masks.
Yeah, you have to wear a mask wherever you go.
And so many people.
So what about like the concert festival show scene? Is that something that's still not quite open?
Did they have have they had a show in Florida yet?
They had like a couple in South Florida, but it was more like benefit shows, and from what I understood, they like had like major rules about like social distancing and wearing like face protection and like other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mobile had it. Mobile had a really good show about a week ago. We've got one planned for August?
Yeah, late August.
August in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So starting to expand west. Hopefully get a little bit further west here this year, or maybe next year.
Awesome.
Probably next year.
Yeah, I can't imagine, you know, being in Florida, you know, because like, you know, we're based out like of Kansas, and so it's a little easier for us, I think, because we're just kind of centrally located, so we can literally just kind of span upwards and around in a circle and just keep kind of moving around from there. But you're in Florida, like that is like its own little country.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
But at least it's nicer there than it would be over here in Kansas. Over here in Kansas, it's you never know. One day it's raining, and then that evening it's going to snow. You know,
Sounds awesome.
That's kind of like us.
Here you got sunny one second, pouring to that.
Yeah.
The thing is, after it pours down rain, it's like over 100 degrees because of all the humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah.
We have really
brutal.
bad humidity here. It's terrible. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah.
So tell me, guys. Like, I know you guys haven't been a band for very long, but is there like any crazy experiences that you guys have been through already that you go, oh my God, this one time?
The first time I ever came over for band practice, I had to drive through a hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Was that right before or right after? Was that Michael? Yeah.
It was
before.
no, it was before Michael.
Oh,
Yeah, it was before Michael.
Oh, yeah.
it was Florida thing.
That's
You know.
the most Florida.
Yeah. I guess yeah. Hurricane.
Wow.
When he was, but I'm trying to think of like the most insane thing that's happened to us.
To us or just to us individually that we can think of?
Yeah.
It could be either way. It could be either way. But I do have a question for you before you bring that up. Okay, since you're talking about hurricanes, if you had to choose, now I know you're from Florida, so you're probably used to the hurricanes, but if you had to choose, which one would you rather feel that you're more comfortable to escape or get away from? Would it be a hurricane or tornado or an earthquake?
Hurricane.
It's definitely right.
No, to escape a tornado.
Yeah.
You can't escape a hurricane.
I'm from I've been through like a handful of earthquakes.
Yeah. I can get in the car and drive away from a tornado.
Yes.
I can't run away from a hurricane.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I feel like hurricane, you have like several weeks notice.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There's a tornado outside.
All right, you do got a point there. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, see, I'm from the Midwest, so like from the age of like 10, I was chasing tornadoes. So
You were straight up living twister.
right, yeah, for real, for real. We had rules. We knew as long as it's the wind is blowing, as long as it's a mile away, you're good.
Yeah.
It's when it got quiet. That's when we had to worry.
This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had those.
Yeah, we get all that too.
Here in Fort Walton, we had a water spout, like little tornado come through.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we get tornadoes too, so it's not like
They're like water.
we're not immune to the tornadoes around here.
But they're not that bad.
That's
I was
crazy.
gonna go
I guess I didn't realize that you guys actually got tornadoes there.
Well, we talking about
What's up? Sorry.
I said, I guess I didn't realize that you guys actually get tornadoes there.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Like, it depends where, like, on the coast, they're not so
Ben's-
bad, but.
Yeah.
Ben has a story about that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, this last year, I want to say, March of 2019, my parents' house was destroyed by a tornado.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
has it?
And my dad was actually in the house, and he saw like the tornado warning on the TV, and he just kind of was like, "Oh, whatever, it's Florida. There's no tornadoes here in Florida." And so everything just kind of went dead silent, and he said he heard like that train sound for like a couple seconds, and that was it. Next thing you know, the whole house from the house blew up. He and the dog went flying with the couch through a wall outside.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well-
he went for a ride.
Well, he's obviously
He's-
okay, right? He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay now. He got pretty banged up during it, but like he came out strong.
Wow, that is insane. Well, it sounds like you made it through the hurricane to audition for the band too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was all good. Yeah, it was just in time.
Right?
It was just in time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, let's definitely talk a little bit about this next song. This is Nightbringer. Talk a little bit about this one and the meaning behind this.
Nightbringer. Okay, so the name Nightbringer came from, obviously Final Fantasy X, but it was the name of a sword that Titus used, and basically the whole thing was kind of about like fighting sin, which is the actual like monster in the game. And it's basically because I got the emotion out of that from how pissed off I got fighting it whenever I was a kid, because I reached this one spot where like it would wipe out like two of your people, leave like one person low health. Next thing you know, this little white light would come above him to go, and you die. And it happened about 500 times, so finally I just, screw it and threw my controller across the room and said I quit. So basically the song's about how pissed off I was whenever that happened, but it interpreted into like, basically kind of calling out, just corrupt people or like abusers or racist or anyone that like has like a problem with someone else but is like a hypocrite over themselves. I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think we're all seeing a lot of that right now. A lot.
Yeah.
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 We probably won't get into that, but we got to be very careful as bands. I understand. Yeah. So anytime, because I've been asked the question, like, okay, Raven, you gotta give us your standpoint on how you feel about this, and I'm like, I'm for unity and love. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that.
that. Me too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I just kind of leave it that way. I leave it at that. All right, everybody. Well, make sure you guys give these guys some hearts out there. Show these guys how much you love this song and how much these guys are amazing musicians. So this is Worthy of the Crowns. This is we're doing the. Are we gonna do the actual new single, right? With the lyrics on it, right? Is that the one you want to do?
Nightbringer, yeah, that should be the lyric one. Lyric
Okay.
video.
All right, well, here you go, everybody. Here is Nightbringers, or the song, Nightbringer, from Worthy of the Crowns. So good. Yeah. You guys have such amazing musicianship together. It's really awesome to hear how well it flows
Thank you.
together. I mean, was that something that you kind of do together? Do you collab together, or is this like one person kind of? How does that work on your creative process?
So
Everyone.
yeah, usually it'll start out with me or Scott having an idea, and as we have ideas, we'll throw it to John for drums, and then it kind of morphs back and forth. But once we get some words to it and we actually get a song down, usually we wait till the recording process, and then we come together and kind of tweak a bunch of stuff, or if a riff annoys us, if we're like, that's just a filler riff, like we could do something better,
Right.
and we usually just kind of hash it out all together in a room. Or John will be like, I have this idea for this, and we might write to his drums instead of writing, change the riff to match his drums. We've done that a couple times, so.
Mhm.
But usually it just starts off with, getting the tune out there, getting a song out there, and then we kind of go back and forth and figuring things out. Because we all live in different locations, so we have to send music back and forth.
Yeah.
Is that hard to do? I mean, to do it that way, or do you find it easier to come together to create?
Yeah, I personally like doing that because I can get all my screw ups out before I send something to somebody. I tend to get very.
And there's no pressure. Like,
Yeah.
by yourself, you have
Yeah.
a certain amount of time to get whatever you want.
Yeah, I feel like I get nervous, like I have to pump something out for somebody if
Yeah.
I'm sitting there trying to jam it out. Like, and then if you can just take a couple days and figure something out instead of right there on the spot. We've only got 4 hours of, band rehearsal,
Yeah.
and we need to pump out a riff. I can sit there for a week and figure a riff out and keep adding on to it or changing it up. So,
Mm.
I like doing it that way. I know a lot of people like to jam out in a room, but
Lockdown hasn't changed much in that aspect.
like the lockdown really hasn't really affected us in our writing process because we just,
It's the same getting us more
doing the
time.
same
Yeah.
thing you normally do. So yeah. that's
yeah,
And that's actually a bonus. Like you said, it hasn't really affected you, so it's a bonus on your side because it's a lot of these bands are just so used to just getting together and jamming and creating that as soon as they're forced to have to do exactly what you're doing, it's a process for them because then they're like, oh wait, hold on,
yeah,
yeah,
Just
because
we got together.
we're kind of
Yeah.
like that. We're one of those. We all jam together. And I don't know. Do you guys kind of? I've done this to myself too many times. I don't know if this is just a vocalist issue or if it's a just a musician issue altogether. But I too many times, and my best friend keyboardist always has to remind me when we create a song, right? And I'll hear it back. Right, I'll hear it back and I'll go, we need to add this and we need to add that. Do you ever come to the point where you're like, I think we're doing too much?
All the time.
oh yeah,
Every time.
I call that being busy too.
yeah.
If I send a drum riff, sometimes I'll be like, it sounds too busy. I'll
Yeah. Yeah.
all the time.
Always write way too much words.
Yeah. Ben likes to write a lot of words.
I do that too. It's so crazy. I'll have like something all written out and it's like way long, and then as I go to actually sing it, it's like half of what I've written down isn't even sung anymore.
Yep.
Honestly, I prefer doing it that way just because it's easier to take things out rather than add stuff in.
I see that. Yeah.
When you have a complete recorded project, it's easier to just take all this stuff out, rather than redo everything.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Right.
Better to have to work with. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So.
Yeah, I think I'm a musician probably.
Yeah.
So if people were wanting to purchase your songs or any merchandise, you might have like a T-shirt or anything like that. Do you guys have a hard copies or kind of where would they go?
Working on hard copies.
Bandcamp?
Yeah, so we have they can look for us on Bandcamp. Just type in Worthy of the Crown and we're on there. Also, they can hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. We've got pictures of all of our merch or any of that.
Some hats.
Yeah, we have hats, we have T-shirts. They're all up there. What's up? Yeah, we can probably do some dad caps. let's see, music. They can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, any major,
Media source.
media source. You can find us. We're on everything, even things we don't know that we're on.
I think some of the older albums on Bandcamp for free.
Yeah.
We're on TikTok.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So if they want to get like you said you were kind of working on the album itself, but do you have like a demo that you sell a few of the songs on, or is it something they have to purchase individually?
I mean, they can go. I'm pretty sure on Bandcamp they can go and they can purchase song by song. So if they just like Nightbringer, it's only 99 cents per song. Spotify, Google Play, that sort of stuff. You can just get one song. So
Gotcha.
we're working on hard copy. The COVID thing has kind of put a little bit of a halt to that with everybody kind of staying in and not going out. So
we usually hand those out.
Yeah. They can always come to a show as well, and they can get a physical copy from us at a show if they're in the Panhandle, Florida area, or Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana type area. So
Absolutely. Yeah, we were supposed to go down last year to Florida. It was the Onyx Festival. I guess it's northern. It's in Jacksonville, I guess is what I think.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we were gonna.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours away.
That's pretty far for you. Jeez, that's you're like I guess Florida, if you consider it like it's from the south to the north, it's like driving around Texas. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Miami, like 16 hours, something like that.
Yeah, 16
Miami.
hours Miami from here.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a long way. Everybody thinks we live next to Disney World, so
Well, yeah, but a lot of people associate Florida just with Disney World.
Yeah.
So,
when I first joined the band, I was like, "Where's Crestview?"
right?
Yeah.
So what are kind of individually? I'd like to hear kind of each one of your influences to kind of get a grasp as to where this comes from and the sound that you guys kind of mesh together.
We'll start down there with John.
Influences. I want to say, like, from a young age, my biggest influence was Aaron Gillespie from Heroes. And as a drummer, and then as I got older, I was really keen on Matt Greiner from August Burns Red, and Gray from Texas in July. So yeah, they're influences to me, and actually subscribe to Matt Greiner's lessons and take online drum lessons with him. So.
Oh wow, yeah. The singer for Texas in July, the one they had, and the newest one. I'm friends with him, and he actually told me the craziest story. I believe Adam was their original singer, if I say his name correctly. And when he left, it wasn't really like said who was going to be the singer, but they went to Warped Tour, right? So they're doing this Warped Tour, and my friend is actually singing for them, and he said that was his audition. He couldn't like advertise that, but that was his audition. They threw him on the Warped Tour and said, well, if you do good, then you got the gig.
That's making me nervous. Oh yeah, dude, that would be your audition, is go up there during the Warped Tour? Like, hey, get up there. Good luck, bro.
Right. My biggest question is, what if he screwed up? What if they didn't like it?
As long as you know the vocal pattern.
Yeah, it's all good. They can't understand half the stuff anyways.
Right.
That sounds like the coolest audition to me.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's hot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, okay. So who would be your influence next?
Oh, me. For this in particular, probably bands like let me go ahead and Devil Wears Prada. Like stuff like that, like early like metalcore. House the Bear once. After the Burial.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I glanced over at Justin.
What are you doing?
And I was like, but I mean, seeing them as a kid, like seeing them live, that radicalized me into like the progressive kind of stuff and the super heavy stuff. Say bands like Job for a Cowboy, Just like shit like that. I was a scene kid, so
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I played in
My keyboard just said
before this.
Madonna. No, he didn't. He really did.
And also like, I don't know, jazz and indie rock and shit. I listen to everything. I'm pretty eclectic. Run the Jewels, they influence me a lot, like in day-to-day life.
Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty eclectic on a wide genre of music.
I play a lot of,
Non-metal.
Yeah, I'm always jamming like Tame Impala and Mac DeMarco and stuff like that. So
I would say that Brent is probably the one that listens to the most non-metal.
yeah, I always listen to metal.
And that's
I
okay.
playing it's one fun.
Yeah.
It brings in that dimension of what you guys actually sound like, you know?
I went from listening to a lot of Sufjan Stevens and like Kendrick Lamar lately. So those are my big influences.
Love that.
So not.
Yeah.
All right, so what about you?
So, okay, I have like a diverse amount of influences for like different things for like say like tone with vocals or your writing process and or just even as a front man and stuff. But I like so for like I guess vocal tone and like sound and everything, I would definitely say like Whitechapel, the Goods Inside. Goods Inside is more of like also writing, Reflections, and recent volumes. For writing style and everything, honestly, I get a lot of influence from hip hop. And recently it's been a lot of NF and a lot of Lil Peep influence.
Nice. Have you ever got a chance to meet any of them?
I've met like some influences, like, but it wasn't real. It wasn't like the ones I kind of like look up to for like Gent or like the progressive. But I met like the vocalist of Miss May I. I've hung out with Norma Jean. Let's see. I hung out with Ice Nine Kills, Lorna Shore, and a couple other bands too. That a lot of them were really cool. I met Rings of Saturn. That was pretty sick.
They're awesome.
Oh, Rings of Saturn is the shit.
And they're so down to earth. You know, they're very humbling. It's amazing. Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story. You were talking about Whitechapel. This is kind of a crazy story. Okay, so this is when I first heard of them, but I didn't know. They're playing at a show. I go to the show, and I'm in the back, kind of over by the gates where the buses are parked. And I'm back there, and we purchased these 2 drinks, and they were really tall drinks, and they were like $12 a drink, right? And so I looked over at my friend that I was with at the show, and I said, "We are taking these cups." Because I just paid for them. so I'm over by this fence, right? And we're done with our drinks. And this guy walks by and I said, "Hey, come here for a second." And so he walks over there and I said, "Would you do me a really big favor? Will you just take these 2 cups, set them over there by your bus, and I will come back around and I will grab those 2 cups because I'm keeping those because we just spent like $24 on these cups." It was the lead singer of Whitechapel. I didn't know it at the time. Right? So he's like he looked at me because when I first said, "Hey, come here," yeah, he probably figured, oh, she's gonna want my autograph or whatever. And here I am. "Hey, would you go hide these cups for me?"
He's very quiet too. He probably like didn't say a word.
And it's so funny because when I came back around, I was grabbing the cups, and my friend just looked at me all crazy through the gate, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, this dude was really cool, and I got these cups, girl. I'm gonna go put them in our car." And she's like, "You do realize who that is, right?" And I was like, "I don't know. Who is he?" And she's like, "Raven." So I got a picture with them with the cups. It's pretty funny. So yeah.
First time I actually ever saw Whitechapel, I actually got my ribs cracked in the middle of the pit during the first song.
Ow!
It was sick.
It's a young man's game.
It was sick, but then I made up for it whenever I saw him again in Jacksonville, and I kind of stayed in the front the whole time, but still, that was a sick show because Carnifex played too, and that was
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet that was off the charts.
Oh, well, that was like one of the best shows.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Yeah. I got to see who was it? Carnifex. I finally got to see them. I think it was last year. And I think they were touring with, I'm not going to remember their name, but they're like a hardcore metalcore band. But they have this crazy name that you just can never remember. I don't remember.
I can probably
figure
figure it out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome.
I'm sure we're Oceano recently.
I got to see them. I got to see them with Buenos Aires. And
Oh,
yeah.
the Sumerian tour, wasn't it?
I don't know. I saw
That was
that.
the 10 years of Sumerian.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
saw that.
Yeah.
That was a great tour.
Yeah, it was.
That was fun.
And
I like that
I'm not
one.
gonna lie, and I know especially this goes out to the drummer for you guys. I'm sorry, but that original drummer for Oceano, Jesus, he was so good. I'm sorry. Do you feel the same way?
People better than me.
Oh yeah.
I hate on the new drummer, but I could just sit there and watch that drummer from Oceano every day, the original one. Like, he was so badass.
It's like a drummer for Crystal Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the dude.
That's what I tend to do when I go to shows. I find a good spot where I can just see the drummer and
Yeah.
just sit there and watch him.
What? You need to see Black Dahlia Murder show.
Yeah.
That drummer's off.
Black Dahlia Murder. I love, yeah. Incredible. Best show I've ever seen.
Yeah, one of them.
I love that. A lot of drummers think that people aren't really paying attention to them, and they are. And that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
They're like the center, right? I mean, we pay attention to all of you guys, but at the same time, I think as a musician, and you will have musicians in your audience. We're looking at that drummer. If he's got a lot of charisma and on stage and things like that, the character, I think, brings out more of a band when that drummer has charisma on stage. It's just one of those things.
Yep.
I love it. So let's talk about this last one, and this is Father Neglect. Tell me a little bit about this one.
So,
You're up.
Father's Neglect. So that one is honestly I would say it was the hardest song to write on the album. So in Final Fantasy X, Titus, had an abusive childhood. His father was he was a big sports star, and but what people didn't see behind closed doors was that he was a raging alcoholic, and he would abuse his wife, and he would also abuse Titus as well. And when Titus was really young, his dad just kind of went away and never came back one day, and he told his mom, good, I hate him. And she's like, is that how you truly feel? And he said, yes. And then she said, well, if he never comes back, you can never tell him how much you truly hate him. Well, later in the game, he actually, things kind of, unfold and all, but I don't want to give it all too many spoilers away because, if someone
Been
else.
for 15 years.
Hey, some people still haven't played it, alright? That is
They
a.
haven't played it now, they're never going to play it.
That is an emotionally draining game. But anyway, so. It's definitely about having that happen to you as a child, and then how it affects you as an adult, living under someone's shadow, but you're being your own person and being ashamed of the shadow you're living under.
Titus also became a sports star, though.
Yes, that's why.
That's all I remember from that game, is that Titus was also a sports star.
Yeah, and he was living in that shadow.
It's truly sad to hear all of that, but at the same time, it's I think that it's one of those songs that there's a lot of people out there that may be living this right now, and this song could be that song to help them get through that time. You know what I mean? So by creating something of personal pain, it could be somebody else's as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that.
And that took a lot, hearing that too, because that's kind of like what I wanted people to take out. And I wanted people to take, something out of each song, like something that they could, use in their daily life, whether it be, they're going through a rough time or, suffering from mental health problems and everything. Just kind of shining that light, saying, there is hope, and, not all things are bad. Just give it time.
Absolutely. I love that. The hope factor, I think, is very important in songs. All right, everybody. Well, here you go. Here now, this is going to be the vocal cover, right? It's going to show you actually kind of doing this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's got so this will be the singer actually doing the vocal cover on this. So here you guys go. This is Father's Neglect. Oh, that's so good, you guys. Okay.
Thank you.
That's the first time I've heard that one. So I'm going to say this right now. Jesus Christ on the vocals on that. That is amazing.
Good work.
And your cleans. Holy shit. Keep doing that. That is beautiful together. I love that. That is just, that's phenomenal.
Actually, this album was like my first time actually professionally doing clean vocals, and I was really skeptical about it first, just because I was very, just kind of judgy on how I feel personally.
Yeah, and kind of like fighting that, kind of like, no, I'm hardcore. I just want to stay hardcore kind of thing. But
well, not only that, but also I never thought of myself as a good clean vocalist.
Well, you
so
are.
It was also more of finding the like self-esteem in me to actually be able to do it.
And singing's not hardcore.
We're all our own worst critics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, for real, keep that up. That is gorgeous together, and yeah, it sounds amazing. I don't know that whoever produced that, but that like hall, kind of like you're on top of a mountain sound with your voice is gorgeous. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because this is so funny, because I actually teach men how to do like screams or certain gutturals, right? And it's really it's funny because, and I don't know if you, because you're talking about your cleans, there are certain things that I, as a trained vocalist, still can't do. Like, I have never found my falsetto. Isn't that crazy? And I'm female. Right? And like people, like when they hear my screams, they're like, Jesus, and then to find out that I'm not even utilizing the highest note I possibly could. I think it could be really stupid if I could learn how to do it. I just need to do it. I need to stop talking about it. Do you do that to yourself? You're just like, oh, I really need to focus on this side, but
I do that on everything. Everything that I do.
I always second guess myself the day before the release.
I love it. Well, I'm so. I know that with the COVID, it kind of stopped a lot of progress with like making like certain things like music videos and things like that. But I really have to say I would love to see a music video to that. That would be deep. That would be a deep.
Yeah. Well, we've got something planned for whenever this finally, goes away or dies down. We can get Scott down here from Vermont. We're going to be shooting a music video, so we should have something up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, well let me know for sure. I'll help you guys promote that and do an exclusive or something with you if you need me to. So yeah, absolutely.
Great.
I love it. Well, I know we're kind of getting down to the wire here, so just to kind of finalize, everybody out there, make sure you go to their Facebook, make sure you're following them, not just do both. You got to do both, and then also same with YouTube. Go to their YouTube page and follow them on there, and hit that little bell for all notifications, so that way you can keep up to date with what these guys are doing. Is there anything else? Bandcamp, if you want to purchase some of their merchandise, you can go to their Bandcamp as well. And if you would like to reach out to them, the best way to reach you would be through Facebook, correct? Or Instagram?
Yeah, you can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram. What else we have? Shoot, I think we're on just about everything. Yeah, TikTok.
Are you on TikTok? Are you?
We're on whatever. We're on Twitter. Whatever you want, wherever you want to find us, you can find us. We got our email address. We got our email address, Worthy of the Crown, FL@gmail. So however they need to get us, they can get a hold of us.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do the TikTok yet. I'm just I'm like, Facebook keeps me busy enough, or Instagram.
Yeah, it's
Facebook is enough.
Just trying to get it out there on every different platform I can,
I get that.
Everybody can find it.
Oh, I totally get that. I understand. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You guys are so phenomenal, and I'm excited to watch your journey. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're so welcome. Before we go, I usually ask all my bands that I interview, even I know you guys are still kind of a newer band, but if there was another band out there, or musician or artist, that would like to start up a band, what would be your advice to them as to what they should do in the beginnings, or even just in general, to make sure that they're doing
Don't
it
just
correct?
talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't just talk about it.
Take it. Get it. Just get some music and get out there and play. Don't sit around and you could sit there forever in your room trying to make it perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Just get out there and put yourself out there. That's the best thing. Have fun with it.
I mean,
This is about having fun. So
Vocalists do vocal covers. Doesn't matter if it's on your phone or recorded or whatever. Just do vocal covers. Post them anywhere and everywhere you can.
I love
do
that.
it. Just
Yeah. Just do it.
yeah, just do it.
I'd say the most important thing is be someone that people want to play music with and be around.
Yeah.
And
Don't be a dick.
forget about the vision that you have for it in your head, because in the end, what everyone makes together is going to be better and more important than what any one person wants.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And when people get into that mindset of they have a vision and they want everyone else to do it, that's when egos start flashing and people, start doing their own thing.
That's what makes this band work so well.
We all want to work together on one.
None of us have an ego and are like, no, I want to do this.
Yeah,
We all,
try to,
we all compromise.
it can be hard to tame that down,
Mhm.
It's
especially
always
with
hard.
musicians, it's easy to
Yeah.
just get out there and have a lot of fun, but you also gotta, be grounded.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, we're just having fun and making music.
And keep
Yeah.
in mind, nothing is this plan.
And be
Oh yeah. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong when you play shows. So don't worry about that. Just
Yeah,
play.
don't worry, just have fun. Man.
Yep.
Yeah, I pretty much tell all my boys just to do what I say, and they listen. No, I'm just like,
Yeah. That's a good one too.
don't
Sometimes you
argue
need that
if
as
there's
well.
somebody hurt you.
Sometimes you just gotta shut up and do what's better for everyone. Rather than for
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you guys so much. It has been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to watching your journey. You guys are going to do some amazing things, and I can't wait. Let me know about that next song that's coming out, and I'll make sure to get that out there and promoted.
We'll do, Raven. Thank you.
You're so welcome, you guys. I will talk to you very soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
All right. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of Quote the Raven with the amazing Worthy of the Crown. Again, you guys have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to go to their sites and love them and subscribe and follow them to get all the notifications. You guys have a great rest of your evening. I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.